Hey, Hoagie! Come on out, you fat piece of bacon!
You know, it's pretty fucking creepy out here at night, dude.
Tara who? Never heard of her. Terrifier, no. Barely know her. Well, a couple things I need to scratch off my bucket list. Number one, selling out my horror film in my hometown. Nice. Woo! Number two, pissing off every hater, naysayer, and high school teacher that said this would never happen.
In fact, indeed.
So we got a couple things I wanted to point out to everyone tonight. Number one, got a couple people I need to recognize. Stand up, Sam and Lance. Samantha. Yeah, the old guy and the good looking lady next to him. 10th wedding anniversary. And for some reason you thought it was a brilliant idea to bring her here tonight. Gentlemen, don't take notes from him.
And if you want to know some more facts about that guy, Lance Wagner, when in the flashback scene when you killed the kid with the hammer, his name was Adam Wagner, who we named after him. So there we go.
I also want to recognize, like I said, there's a few people in the audience that have actually had a lot of input in this film. So, if you were an extra, if you were some of the cast, if you were some of the crew, stand up, be recognized. There's some people there. I see a sheriff. There's deputy.
We got Roger and Bobby down here. And we got, what was your name? Jake. Yes. He still has his penis. At least I think so. I hope so.
So I was thinking maybe we could do like a real quick IMDb. We'll tell a couple of funny stories, a couple of facts about the movie, turn it over to y'all. Let's do a quick Q&A after that. Let me think. What should we say about it? The hog head that they threw at little Alex, that was real. Nobody knew that except us. And so when the kids reached into the basket, they were like, what? I'm not doing this. Cut? Yeah, that was real. So those reactions that you saw, that was real stuff. The beginning, where he cuts my throat open and I vomit blood everywhere. And this gentleman right here, he gets dragged off in the beginning. And at the end, in the household there, that was all filmed in a haunted plantation in Central Texas. And weird stuff happened all night long.
Yeah, that was. We actually filmed about 5 days out there. It's in San Marcos, Texas, and it was actually one of the oldest houses in that city. So it was really cool. If you actually look close enough, you'll see the historic landmarks out there on the front porch. So yeah, I mean, we just we spent a lot of time. You know, we started writing around 15, maybe. Yeah, it was around 15. Yeah, 15, and finished it up around 17. And so it took a very long time. The genesis of this project basically was, let's make a fucking movie that we want to see. You know, we was like, we go into a lot of screenings and seeing horror films, and none of them were really what we loved. It was like the 80s, you know. At that time, I mean, since this, you know, has happened, there's been some people riding that wave. But back in 15, no one was doing it. And so we said, okay, what made those movies great? And we wanted Jason, had his hockey mask. You know, we had Leatherface with his leather. And the Hogman is basically Sackhead Jason, which is an underrated Jason from part 2 of Friday the 13th, and Leatherface. And then the pig was basically something that we just kind of threw on because we called him Pig Boy. So it was part of his personality, and he took it on. You actually can look, the cheerleader was wearing her costume said Wild Hogs on it. So there's a lot of little Easter eggs in there. So we wanted to throw in all the tropes that we loved about 80s films, man. Everything in there. You'll see, if you know and love 80s films, you'll see where the nods are to it. I mean, yeah, we have it's Craven County. The lady's name is Miss Carpenter. His teacher was Hooper. Yeah. I mean, so there's a lot of things like that. You know, when the boy takes the mask off on the front porch, that's straight out of Halloween. Suspiria lighting. You know, yeah, the blue and magenta Suspiria lighting. I mean, all those things were things that we wanted to make sure we had in, and we had to do practical effects. So you might not have been able to tell by this, but there's actually 32 people that die in this film. So not bad for a first film body count.
So let's turn it over to you, right? Because this is about you. This isn't about us. This is about you. You made this happen. Everyone who paid money, came tonight, sat in these seats, all of you, you made this happen. So
You guys here, come on. Okay, I might have questions for you. Harold, Santiago, come down here. There's only a couple of us. So.
Everyone put your hands together.
Michael Fisher! Dakota Millett! Roger and Bobby.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
What was your name again? I forgot.
Harold Walpole.
Yeah, of course.
Mr. Sky.
And yeah, this guy hit one of his many names. He's also known as the Rod, the Log, mini log jammer. He's known to a lot of things. Jake. Yeah, I just made all those up. So anyway, yeah. So anybody's got questions or anything about how we made the film or some scenes that you thought was crazy or you want them to know about it? I mean, we're willing to tell you what we got all night. Let's do it. Anybody?
Summer, winter, what was the climate like?
Name it.
Oh,
Name it.
2 years, man.
Keep the game face.
Everyone, yeah. Okay, let's start with Samantha being killed out on that front porch. When we see her in the porch, it's about 30 degrees out there. It was freezing, and so Dakota was off the set with these heaters, and we had her in a robe. And whenever we'd have to, cut the camera, he was there with the heaters, and he was keeping them warm. And as soon as we had to, okay, we're ready to roll, we had to pull the blankets off. She had to hold her breath and not shake. And we're all freezing our ass off, and she's like a trooper, man. She's just stayed there and held her breath and didn't breathe. I was asleep. And yeah, he didn't do it. He was on mushrooms still at the time, so yeah. So as you probably were, it was probably around 3 a.m. That was shot at a river house in New Braunfels, Texas. And we stayed there, and it was kind of a party for about 4 days, 5 days at a time. We were out there. So yeah, that was some of the trees. We deliberately shot the woods in Lexington, Texas, because the trees look like that all year long.
But what about the heat?
The heat, oh my God. Okay, we were all hearing that. He was even there. And every single one of us were there. It was 111 in August when they filmed Paul Taylor's scene where he's the sheriff, by the way. Big hand for him. He was fucking awesome. Yes. I lucked out getting him. He was Pinhead in Hellraiser Judgment, if I didn't know that. But yes, we were doing that scene, and we got there like 7 a.m. and it wasn't too bad at that point. But when we were setting up and you're getting things going, by the time we got to roll, it was at least noon, and by that time we're fucking dying. So, and there's no air conditioning. That old RV, that was a real 1986 RV that we modeled after Jason Lives, the RV in part 6 of Friday the 13th. So there was no AC, and we're just dying in there, And he had to wear a hoodie, yeah. So we had extreme heat, we had extreme cold, we had a torrential wind pick up our canopies and throw away our stuff. And I mean, yeah, it did, yeah. So there was so many things that happened. We got here's a story from the beginning. Jeremy London was the first guy in the beginning. If you don't recognize him, he was in a movie called Mallrats. Kevin Smith movie. He was the lead character in that movie. Well, we're filming his scene, and I'm going to spoil some things. That's shot about a year apart, that scene. But actually, a lot of this movie was shot years apart. We had to make it look like it was the same time. I think we did a pretty good job at masking that. Oh, thank you. So Jeremy is doing his death scene. Now that there's no spoilers, and he gets the axe to the head. We were working all night long. It's like 5 a.m. The sun's about to come up. And we got to get that last shot with him. And we got one take of him turning around and seeing the axe. And there wasn't a cloud in the sky the whole night. Torrential rain just poured for just about 3 minutes. Just long enough to ruin our shot. To have us all running through the woods in the dark. Here's a little spoiler for you. I'll let you know that. In Texas at night, in the woods, you can't see. It's pitch black. Hawkman couldn't exist. He'd be hitting his head on trees. And there's actually a lie at the end of this credit that said no humans were